This video will show how to perform some basic programming in the script command line in visual analysis. Let's get started. In addition to the various commands that are built into visual analysis, any valid C# code can be used in the command line. In this video, we will start out with the model that was developed in the script command line basics training video using the built-in commands. We will use this model to demonstrate some basic C# programming with loops, if statements, and functions. First, let's look at simply moving all the nodes in the model by a fixed amount. We can define a variable named nodes and set it equal to the nodes command, which returns a list of all the nodes in the project. Using the print command, we can print out a list of the nodes. We can also view individual items in the list and see that the first item has an index of 0. Now let's use a for each loop to iterate through each node n in the list of nodes and use the move by command to move each node by 12 feet or 144 inches in the global -x direction. Note the move by command must be followed by a semicolon inside the loop. Now we see the entire structure has moved and the bottom node of the center column is now at the origin. Next, let's change the support condition for all of the nodes at the bottom of the columns. Using a for each loop again to iterate through each node in the list of nodes, we can now use an if statement to say if the y coordinate of the node is equal to 0, then fix the support at that node. Note the double equal sign is used to test if two values are equal. Now all of the nodes at the bottom of the columns that were previously pinned are now fixed. This would be especially useful in a large model where it may be difficult to find or select all of the nodes at the base level graphically. Next, let's use another loop to change the connection type for the beam members. Let's define a variable named members and set it equal to a list of all the members in the program. Displaying the members list with the list command, we see that the two beams in the list start with the letters BM. Writing another loop to iterate through each member M in the list of members, we can now say if a substring of the member starting at index 0 that is 2 characters long is equal to BM, then set the member connection type to simple using the simple connection command. Now all of the beams in the project have simple connections. In addition to moving and modifying the model, some simple programming can be used to generate geometry in the model that might be difficult to draw manually in the program. For example, let's create a half circle with a radius of 144 inches or 12 feet. We'll define a function for y in terms of x for a circle that is centered at a y coordinate of 120 inches and an x coordinate of 0. Note, in C# programming, there are various methods or commands of the math class that can be used in the command line in visual analysis. Now we will create a variable delta_x equal to 6 inches for the spacing of the nodes in the x direction, and we will start out with x equal to a -r plus delta_x. Now, while x is less than or equal to r minus delta_x, we will add a node with the coordinates of x and y as a function of x, and then we will set x equal to x plus delta_x. Upon hitting enter, we see that our loop generates a half circle of nodes. Next, let's update the list of nodes that we defined previously to a list of all the nodes that are now in the model since some nodes have been added. We can then use a for loop to add members between each node in the list of nodes starting at node n007, which has an index of 6. Finally, let's add a couple of members to connect the arch to our existing frame and the structure is complete. In just a few minutes, we have seen how to perform some basic programming in the command line to modify our model and generate a circular arch. More advanced programming can be performed in external scripts that are saved as text files and then read into the program through the command line. See the external scripts training video for more information. Thanks for watching and have a great day.